What's going on, everybody? Chase with iDub Hockey here to review the new CCM Tacks AS5 Pro hockey skates. Now, this is the top line elite level model with all of the bells and whistles. It's available in a low, medium, and high volume fit, courtesy of the tapered, regular, and wide options you'll see at checkout. So starting us off below the boot here, you can see that there's no steel, and that's because this is part of the new Choose Your Step Steel program, where you get the option to choose from Step Black Steel, V Steel, and their standard step. And black steel is the ultimate top-of-the-line choice for ultimate performance as well as edge retention with the carbon coating that we find on the outside. Also looks really slick. We have the V steel, which is a super high polish finish, really helps to elevate your glide, reducing your drag in the ice, and also just a really high quality build. Then you have the standard step steel, which is still a big upgrade from what we've seen from CCM skates in the past. Not a knock on CCM at all. That's just how high quality even the standard step steel is. So very exciting to see there. None of the steel is sharpened. So if you do want it sharpened, make sure you select that at checkout or have a custom profile put on too. We have the XS dial system that allows you to swap out your step steel in seconds, keeping you on the ice and off of the bench in case you do blow an edge somehow. This is all connected to the one-piece power boot utilizing RocketFrame composite and carbon fiber. A lot of big words there, so let's just talk about the materials first. Insane amount of stiffness. Compared to the jet speed and the ripcord, the Tacks family is all about power and stiffness. You could definitely feel it in this boot here, but that carbon fiber is also very lightweight, very thermoformable. It's gonna do a great job of just aggressively transferring energy from your foot through the boot and into the ice, so big jump up there. The one-piece boot is really awesome to see and has been a big stride for CCM in the past couple of years because it just makes you a faster skater. And there's three reasons why. The first one requires less material compared to a two-piece. Specifically, a lot of the material they're not using is on the bottom of the boot because this is better fusing the boot to the holder. This giving you more energy transfer with each stride. And then lastly, the one-piece mold just gives you a much more anatomical fit around the foot. It's something you notice your first time putting on, especially underneath the boot. Now to take that to the next step this year, they're utilizing their new game-ready fit. So much like how we bake our skates when we first get our set, we heat them up, put our foot in, we lace up the skates. Now, the internal foams and the eyelets tend to wrap over, but not the entire boot. CCM has a special machine where they heat up the boot, they put it in a standard foot mold, and they basically pre-bake the skate, and it makes a huge difference. And this is something that's coming from the pro inspiration, making its way to retail. And when you put your foot into this boot, even before you bake it yourself, you're gonna notice a big difference. We have the Powerflex tendon guard that utilizes more carbon fiber. Always love the full range of motion. Never been a big fan of that traditionally stiff tendon guard. And so with that extra carbon fiber in there, giving you better durability while reducing weight as well, but just love the amount of snap that you can get out of it. Into the tongue, this is their Metatomic multi-layer tongue utilizing D3O foam. Traditional two-piece construction. You can see stitched down through the center, wraps over the top of the foot very well, especially with that D3O smart foam. If you haven't looked into D3O, it's a rate-sensitive smart foam that feels very comfortable when it's sitting on the top of your foot. Actually ends up kind of forming to the back of your foot over time, giving you that custom feel even when you bake them. But most importantly, when you're taking that big slash of the puck to the top of the foot, it freezes up and it does an insanely good job of dissipating that impact energy. So really cool to see that they're integrating it there. We have multi-layers of felt and foams outside of that D3O. Just again, all the bells and whistles in this tongue. And if for some reason you wear through this tongue, it is a part of the XS tongue system. So you can remove this and you could choose from one of three aftermarket options that also allow you to increase or decrease your internal boot volume or even add more protection through thicker felt. Now at the top of the boot here, we have their new seamless Comfort Edge wraps. And compared to a traditional Comfort Edge wrap, this actually rolls right into the Total Dry Pro Plus liner instead of being stitched here at the top. Most importantly, if you're using these skates a lot, that extra stiff boot can cause some high ankle irritation. These, especially with how it just rolls into the liner, just does one of the best jobs CCM has ever offered in terms of out-of-the-box and long-term comfort. So let's get into the liner here. Starting even up at the top on the backside of the tendon guard, we have some extra injected foams here. Small little detail, but definitely a big fan of it. We're rolling into the Total Dry Pro Plus, very soft to the touch, and it's sitting on top of some extra thick memory foam ankle pads. So much like the rest of the boot, when you do go ahead and bake these yourselves, these are gonna just form and just lock your feet in so comfortably and so well. At the top here, we do have anti-abrasion pads. So really ideal for those skaters that do like to use their shin guards underneath the tongue. This is gonna help protect this serious investment from breaking down and wearing out over time. And then lastly, new for this year is the Polygene Additive. This is an antimicrobial additive that won't wash out over time. It's gonna help prevent your skates from smelling too quickly and for too long, because nothing is ever gonna completely stop that, but this is gonna do a good job of keeping it at bay for a long time. Now the boot itself weighs 827 grams, and then when you go ahead and throw the step black steel in there, it weighs 992. So if you're looking for even more information, go ahead and hit the link in the description. Give us a thumbs up on the video. While you're there, make sure you're subscribed to the #1 hockey gear review channel on YouTube. See you next time.